if you are a boy and decide to call yourself an onion, everyone will call you an onion.
Living life every day.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing some reasons to study in Canada. So let's get right into it. Please, this is a disclaimer. I am not licensed. I am not an immigration consultant, so please take it with a pinch of salt and pick what you can. So the first reason why I would highly encourage you to study in Canada, because it offers a pathway to PR. Note that I said a pathway and not the only pathway. Studying in Canada is the first step, to getting your permanent residency as a student. I am saying this because there are other pathways to get your PR. For those of you that don't know, Canada has a system, they have a system in place, that invites or selects foreigners to apply for PR. This system is called the Express Entry Program. Under this system, students are awarded educational points that not a lot of, other applicants have because they don't have the, Canadian education. But with these additional points, you're at an advantage, to apply for your PR. Another thing is students can leverage themselves and apply for other, express entry programs, which comprises of the Federal Skilled Workers, the Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Trade, and the Provincial Nominee Program. I guess I'll make another video explaining each of these programs and how they count towards your permanent residency package. The second reason why I would love you to study in Canada is that when you are done with your education from a designated learning institute, which is DLI, please, I beg, make una check if your school is a designated learning institute so that you guys don't choose. There is a postgraduate work opportunities for students. Canada offers a post-graduation work permit program that allows international students to work up to 3 years after their studies, which can be a stepping stone towards the permanent residency that I spoke about earlier. After your studies and you started working in an eligible national occupational classification, which is NOC, and these NOCs are classified under Tier 0, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Your NOC, which is your national occupational classification, must belong to either of these 4 tiers for you to be eligible for the Canadian Experience Class package a year after you're done with your school. There are 2 types of work permits. You either get the closed work permit or the open work permit. An employer-specific work permit are the closed ones, and they are difficult to get because you need a job offer first. And this can only be done by the employer hiring you. And while this is, possible to get, I find it very challenging because your employer has to justify why he wants a temporary worker instead of a citizen or a permanent residency in Canada. But the downside to this is that you cannot change jobs easily. All in all, I say that to say that you are entitled to a postgraduate work permit after graduation. The third reason to study in Canada is that the official language is English. Yes, and French in some provinces, but it is English. I'm saying this because English is almost universal. Yes, French is hard, but when you know what you want, because French add points to your PR, things, you have to learn it. This reminds me of my days in Germany. A lot of people could not speak English. And it made it hard for, international students to relate to people, at least in our first days. Even people that could speak would decide not to speak because they would just claim that their official language is Deutsch. But here in Canada, it is almost compulsory, for everybody to speak English in public places. Then when you get to your intimate, places with your family and friends, you can speak your local language and all that, good stuff. Basically, what I'm saying is there's an advantage to learn English in Canada, as opposed to going to some other nationals like Europe. And it's also good because it's an advantage to be bilingual for people that English is not their first language. Another reason to study in Canada is the high quality of education. Canadian universities and colleges are known for their great academic standards. Yes, They have great innovative research facilities, and their teaching method is top notch. Degrees from Canadian institutions are highly regarded globally. Yes, I know the tuition fees can kill, but compared to countries like the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia, tuition fees in Canada are generally more affordable, and this has made it a great attraction for international students. But I wouldn't want you to think about the tuition, because when you think about the value for education that you're going to get, I think it's a win-win, right? But last, Germany is cheapest. Another thing Canada is known for is the multiculturalism and the human rights. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is. It doesn't matter what your race is. If your opinion is well respected here in Canada. If you are a boy and decide to call yourself an onion, everyone will call you an onion. Well, basically, it's just nice that everyone, has mutual respect for each other, and everybody respects each other's point of view. And I feel like that's a good way to learn about each other's culture. Canada is known for its diversity, and inclusiveness, providing a welcoming atmosphere for, people all around the world. This can also enrich your educational experience and help you develop global perspective, because you learn from other people if you're open-minded. Another thing is Canada consistently ranks, as one of the best countries in the world, with a high quality of life, excellent healthcare, and a stable political environment. Nigeria left this table. Not like one country that we know that, almost everybody there are happy trigger shooter. If they can just wake up one day and decide that they need blood, they go to primary school, go to secondary school, to universities, and start shooting. Not that there isn't violence here in Canada. We hear violence also every day. But compared to the US, it is very minimal. Just like yesterday now, I heard a 16-year-old boy went to the wrong apartment because he was trying to pick up his siblings, and he was shot in the head and the shoulder. For what? For what? The man said he was on his property. Just say it with calm and with ease and with love. I'm sure the boy would have left if he wasn't a violent boy. Anyway, let me not even get to that, because I don't imagine somebody shooting my child like this. Next is you can work while you study. International students in Canada can work part-time for up to 20 hours per week while they study, which can help offset living expenses and gain valuable work experience. Another thing is the language skills. Studying in Canada can also be an opportunity to improve your English for people that don't speak English, and or the French language, depending on the province, because Canada is bilingual. Another thing Canada is famous for is its stunning landscape and all the outdoor activities. It has a lot of national parks, a wide variety of outdoor activities, such as skiing, snowboarding, kayaking, and I think I need to do all those three, but my chest will not let me. Then we have Canadian cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal are known for their cultural diversities. They have a lot of educational centers and all that good stuff. Is there anything that I need to talk about now? I think for now I'm done with my video. All in all, if you have money, I would suggest I'll suggest you consider studying in Canada. Just know that I'm cheering you on, and good luck as you embark on this journey. I've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, I think it was everywhere, but I'm sure you understand what I meant with all my points. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share, please subscribe. Let us get to 1,000. We've been dragging this thing for so long. Subscribe, please subscribe, and just like. I'm sure my people of my heart are always commenting. Thank you guys. I see you and I love you guys. But please like my video. Help my career, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.